This is K4PEW. The frequency is not obviously not in use. I heard somebody out there just a second ago. I was bagging some wool here and I forgot to start the net right exactly at 8 o'clock. Um, anyway, where was I? Yes, I was starting the net. Hold on one second. You think I'd be ready? Good evening. My name is Paul, K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. If there's any emergency or priority track, it already would have been promulgated. Don't you love that word, promulgated? Look it up if you don't know. That may be broken any time, though, for emergency traffic. Call 911 first. That's your best bet, or your brother-in-law, whichever seems to be the better choice for you. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube. Put my call, K4PEW, that's Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, in the search block for YouTube, and it will bring up Premiere, and you click on that, and you can see my radio, at least the face of my radio, so you can figure out how your signal looks to others, etc. But anyway, or you can also go to for information on Simplex to the 144.240. I'm sorry, 144. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. 146.415.net. That is the web page with a bunch of Simplex information. It's good stuff, I think. And you can also join our group over at for the email reminders, etc. on at groups.io. Just do a search in there for MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet here, and we've been doing it now in our 9th year at 8 p.m. every Sunday and Wednesday night. Saturday night, excuse me, Saturday night. We started on Sunday night. I blew that one. This week, conducting that as we always do on 146.415 FM Simplex. The purpose of that is to have fun, figure out who the heck we can hear and who the heck we can't. Try to figure out why we can't. Usually it's a matter of antenna height, antenna efficiency. That's usually the biggest culprits. Power isn't everything. If I go on 5 watts, most people, I'm here in the middle, but if you're on 5 watts and you have a nice high elevation, you can get out 30, 40, 50 miles. It's unbelievable. Except for terrain issues. If you're behind a mountain, that's a different issue. At any rate, purpose of that is to have fun. That's really the idea. And ham radio, while it is a service as it's defined by the FCC, it's also a fun hobby. We have a lot of fun all through the year. Participated in a lot of emergency nets, so to speak, and those are good too. They're a lot more boring than regular simplex nets, but anyway, purpose of that is to have fun. We invite everyone to use it for announcements, and I have 2 announcements really. They're not monsters. One, we had a great breakfast this morning over at Golden Corral in Hermitage. There was about, I think, 10 of us there. Not a huge crowd, but man, a huge crowd followed us. You can imagine. 7 charter, like Greyhound buses, those big tour buses, pulled in because they had scheduled. They had like 300 and something people show up for breakfast. We had to get out of there to make room for them. Not that we were taking up all the room, but they pretty much cleared out the whole place. Anyway, do we have any other announcements besides those 2? Aside from the fact we're doing 3 nets tonight, here on 2 meters, then over to 144.240. Am I on the right day? Yeah, Saturday, 144.240. And then on to 6 meters at 50.135. And don't forget, we are currently running, not currently, right at the moment, a 220 net on 223.415. And I monitor it most of the time if I'm around, and so do some others. And we've got about now 6 or 8 people that are already up and running on that. And any other announcements we need to be aware of? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and let you do. Are you on full power yet, Lee? Or are you going to stay on 5 watts at the moment?
I'm on 5 watts right now, but I'd just like to give many thanks to all K4PW and Brad WF7 Tango for all the help that they've given me in the last few weeks in getting my station up and running. So thank you very much, chaps.
Very good, Lee. Yeah, it was a pleasure. It's going to be good to have you on the air. And not for me, because I can hear you if you're on a handheld, as you know. But Lee is about maybe a mile from me, on RF miles. But he's got a nice location, nice antenna over there, just east of Providence Marketplace there. Anyway, but also we're going to be doing that. That's part of the announcements I should have mentioned. We're going to be doing a net with Lee, and now not everybody checks into this net right at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, so they may not hear Lee at the beginning. But I'm going to be asking each of you if you can hear Lee on his 5 watts from where he is to give a good test of his antenna location, etc. So we're going to be doing that as we go forward. And Lee is Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Echo Hotel. And Lee, for the sake, I'm going to probably ask you to do it a couple of times, Lee. Give a, there may be people checking in late. No, I'll just leave it at that. If they can't hear you, I'll just ask you to talk again. So hang in there for a little bit, all right?
Roger.
All right. Let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah, we can start the net. We're going to be taking check-in. Tonight is net number 838. We're starting from the south, and we'll be taking people who are short on time first. Please come in. Hello, Jeff. Everything all right?
Yeah, I was going to turn in early tonight. I'm kind of tired. I'm busy today, so I'm turning early. And I could hear Lee. A little noisy, but I could hear him.
Excellent, Lee. That's Jeff. He's in Madison. They're, well, you know, Madison, north of Nashville. I don't know. It's about, I don't know, 5-6 miles north of Nashville, maybe.
My location, about 12 and a half miles north.
Oh, it's that far. Okay, 12 miles north of Nashville. His call, in case you want to look it up on QRZ for the, it's Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. So you can get an idea of the triangulation from him to you. I mean, him to you, or you to him, since it goes both ways. Anyway, that was Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Who else is short on time?
KO4 DFA, John Heritage.
Oh, man, KO4 DFA. Hold on there, John. Richard was in there first. Richard, how you doing?
Doing great. I've got to go run an errand right quick right now, checking answer quick, but I may be back before you get done. I don't know if we're on up, but I'm going to try. Thank you, and good to see y'all at breakfast this morning, and we'll holler at you after a while. KI4S, I'll be back. Thank you.
Very good. It's good to see you this morning. It was Richard. Richard, were you copying Lee here in Montjuic?
No.
No. Lee, give a shout out. Were you listening?
I've been monitoring everything you said, but I didn't hear him.
Really? Okay, try it again, Lee. Just give him give out your call.
KQ4 D8. This is on high power now. Okay, I am hearing him, but he's pretty scratchy on me.
Interesting. Very good. And he's just, like I said, he's just a little bit east of Providence with a reasonably good elevation. So I'm not sure why you'd be that bad from him to you. I'm not sure.
It may be a terrain issue, because things are getting missed between here and there, I think.
Oh, I understand. Very good. Well, at least you can hear him. I mean, you can hear him at high power, but low power, no. Anyway, very good. That was Richard, KI4SIB, and I believe he's checking in his bride, KI4SOR.
I am. Thank you.
Very good. Her name is Stephanie. And John, KO4DFA. How are you doing, John?
I'm doing well, Paul. Just getting a little tired. It's a busy day. Started early this morning with breakfast with you guys, and then proceeded to bust my tail all day, and now I'm ready to call it quits.
Well, unless you were baling hay, I'm not sure what busting your tail means.
It's like getting your ass kicked.
Very good. Yeah, I like that bomber jacket you were in this one.
Yeah, no, it was good. Now with the Golden Corral and me being able to get up early, I was on the backside of the clock there for a while, and so I wasn't waking up before 10. But I figured, why not?
Oh, I know the deal. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, John?
No, I could hear Lee. I couldn't hear Lee on low power, but I could on high. He came through scratchy, but I could read him.
Ah, very good. Very good. That was John, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha, and he is in Hermitage. I believe it's Hermitage, isn't it, John?
That's correct.
Man, I got another one right. I'm going to mark these down. It's a red letter day. Who else is short on time? Ah, very good. It was good to see you. Good to see you this morning, Michael.
I'll try to catch the next night. I'd like to be able to get that time. I'm not sure. Definitely, you guys take it easy. Everybody today.
I can't stay out of trouble. I'm married. That was Kilo 3, Mike, Papa, Romeo. I'm pretty sure you were hearing Lee, right? Yeah, he's hearing you perfectly. Mike's in right there in east, just east of Providence as well, so it's not too far away. Who else is short on time?
84 join.
Hold on. I got two in there, and I just doubled with somebody, but it was Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. That's Danny in the West Gallatin.
Just telling you, I just given him a test on 5 watts too, and let him see if he can hear me.
You copying Danny okay, Lee?
Yeah, I copy him fine, a little bit scratchy, but no problem. I switched to high power now, so the people come back on one high now.
Well, you heard him say he's on 5 watts.
I did.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so your receive is just fine. That's up in Hendersonville. Well, between Hendersonville and Gallatin, correct, Dan?
Yeah, more towards Cottontown though, but yeah.
Okay, more towards Cottontown. You'll be able to figure it out. It's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Do I have that correct?
Yes, Kilo Delta.
Yeah, very good. I was reading my writing and saying that I think that's a D. I wasn't sure. Easy to get confused. Anyway, that was Danny in West Gallatin, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else is short on time?
KG4 is him.
Hey, KG4NT. It's Lima, right, Larry?
Kilo Golf 4 November Tango Foxtrot. How you doing tonight, Paul?
Oh, very good. I'm sorry. I thought it was Foxtrot, but I wasn't sure about that. You doing okay?
Hey, I was doing great. Hey, I bought me a HT DMR radio last Saturday.
Oh, awesome. You're going to have to get on our DMR net.
Yeah, I'm going to come to the next meeting down there. I don't know if you show me what you're at on that. I'm just now learning this thing.
Oh, yeah, believe me, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's been a challenge for everybody who owns a DMR radio.
Yeah, I'm going down there to the next breakfast you have down there and let you show me where y'all at on that.
All right, sounds good. Everything else okay for you, Larry?
Well, everything's running good, buddy. I mean, running good. Good to talk to you.
Very good, Larry. Have a good night. That was Larry, Kilo Golf 4 November Tango Foxtrot. He is in Murfreesboro. Anybody else short on time? All right. Any first-time check-ins besides Lee? All right, very good. Hey, we'll start taking check-ins from the wherever I said. Oh, from the south. That's where I said. And by the way, if you haven't heard Lee on the area, you check in a little late, or you turned on the radio a little late, I should say. If you haven't heard Lee speak, let me know so we can. We're trying to do a test with Lee's brand new station, brand new antenna, brand new feed line, and he's really excited about getting on the air. Just passed his technician and general test within the last 30 or 40 days, and it's good to have him on the air locally. Anyway, anybody, where was I? South, please come out. All right, Sierra Yankee. Hold on one second, Larry. I had Tony Beachy in there. Tony, how goes it?
I'm above ground, sitting upright, taking solid food.
Awesome, very good. You don't make sure to wear the bib, okay?
That's only if I eat lobster. Anyway, I'm sorry I missed the DMR net and the AirSat 220 net. I don't know. I was sitting here at the radio and I had them on, and for whatever reason, I just wasn't even listening.
I told you we don't take excuses. If you don't check in, you don't check in. There's no big deal, you know. Everybody, I got excuses why I miss things, and they're no good either.
Well, I'm married, so that explains everything.
You got a whole stack of excuses ready?
That's sort of a broad covers all excuse right there.
Very good. That's Tony in Smyrna. Did you copying Lee? Were you on earlier?
Actually, I was. I even recorded a little bit of his audio. He's a little scratchy. Well, when he was up on high power, he wasn't. I recorded a little bit of audio. If he wants to record a little bit more, I'm sitting here. Yeah, I can read it.
Very good. Why don't you send it over to his email? His email's on the web.
Well, I'll send it to you and let you, because you're requiring me to use neurons.
I hate to stretch the old IQ there. I mean, are they going downwards in cycle here?
Well, I just finished another a session at my study over at Vanderbilt yesterday, and my brain is pretty much fried.
All right, very good. That was Tony. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec, and he is in Smyrna. Larry, I hear you down there in Rockville. Tell me first how many people checked into the D-Star net.
Well, thanks, yeah, he really likes to win, so we had a grand total of 4.
Oh, awesome. We had 5 on DMR. Yeah, on DMR, and C4FM had 7. So we're cooking right along. We just need to get some more on D-Star. Anyway, how are you, Larry?
Doing good, man. We'll let you know when it's getting cold. That's why.
Yeah, very good. That's Larry. Larry, were you able to hear Lee at all?
No, I was not.
Okay. Well, Larry, you're a little scratchy tonight. Are you in full power?
Yep.
Yeah, you notice you're lower audio and lower signal than I'm used to hearing from you. So we must have some conditions because usually you're about double this. Anyway, that's Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is Sal?
K4TY.
Hey man, you got a nice signal tonight there, Jim.
Well, thank you, sir. You do too.
Did you get that email I sent you?
Probably. I just ain't looked at it.
Well, in summary, it was one of those from Europe of um, off-road, motorbikes going up a very steep cliff where it had about a 98% fail rate.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that, but it looks interesting. Got hills over here that we do the same thing on.
Well, this one is so bad. I was in hysterics watching it. It's so bad. I mean, I didn't see anybody get hurt, but man, is it treacherous.
I can only imagine. I'll look at it. I only have 2,300 emails I haven't looked at yet, so I'm getting there.
Well, I get you. Anyway, everything else all right down there?
Oh, yeah, exactly. We had a fun-filled, action-packed day, and into the evening there, we have a dog, so everything's lovely.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got 5 of them, so I got 5 times the fun and trouble.
There you go. But, yeah, we're doing well. Good to hear you. And like I said, I just got up here. I was watching the movie on Netflix. Just got up into the shack, and so I really only heard like 3 or 4 people, and that's it. So everybody I heard sounds fine.
Hey, hold on. Lee, would you transmit again? This is Jim down in Woodbury, and he's got a multi-element 2-meter beam pointed in our direction. So I wanted to know if he could hear you.
I just take Q4D, I think. Yeah, I copy him. He's not a big signal, but yeah, I got a F2 on you. And call sign is KE4TYJ. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a good stretch, but he's got a nice little, I think it's a 10-element beam, Jim.
Yeah, it's a 10 element.
Yeah, 10-element beam pointed at us, so he does real well. He sounds like he's just down the road, really. But anyway, that was Jim, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in Woodbury. See, I remembered the name. Who else is Sal? One more time. It's a little scratchy. Oh, man. Can somebody help me with that one? Because I can hear the voice, but I can't hear all the characters.
W1DRS.
Whiskey 1 Delta Romeo Sierra. Is that correct? Okay, somebody's got to give me a relay because that apparently is. Does he also have a first name? And where's he located? Dennis in Murfreesboro. Whiskey 1. Okay, that must be a new Dennis to me. Dennis, you've got a very low signal to me in Murfreesboro. I can copy most stations in Murfreesboro, so either in a bad location or you've got an antenna that's kind of behind a tree or something. Anybody want to give me a translation? Hey, all I hear is static.
Yeah, he said he hasn't changed anything, Paul. You don't know exactly what could be. I got a good signal on him out here in Woodbury, Paul. So, yeah, Dennis, you're doing a good job out this way. And that's basically what he said. He hasn't changed anything. He sounds good over here, Paul.
Maybe I got a Whiskey 1 Delta. I'm just gonna look him up. I'm a little confused here. Delta Romeo Sierra. Whiskey 1. Oh, Delta Romeo Sierra. I looked it up wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, W1DRS.
Okay, very good. Did he change his call sign again?
Dennis, you change your call sign again? Oh, he's had it for a while.
Huh, I guess my brain just forgot about it. Anyway, Dennis, I'm glad you checked in, but man, that is really, if you go on the YouTube, at whatever time that is on the YouTube feed, it's somewhere around 19 minutes, and I can barely hear you. I got the headphones on too, so I routinely do that now because of the noise level I have here. Anyway, appreciate you checking in. That's Dennis, Whiskey 1 Delta Romeo Sierra. He is in Murfreesboro. Who else is south?
Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot.
All right, man. You're on fire, man.
Do you hear me well?
No, I hear you just fine. Making a play on your new YouTube site.
Oh yeah, hammer you on fire. Yeah, thanks.
Very good. Yeah, take a look if you can. I think I sent that out to the group so they can see that and see what you got going on over there. But hi, Kevin, are you copying Lee at all down there?
Yeah, I had a good copy on Dennis, and I had a good copy on Lee. Lee, you were a little scratchy at the low power, but the other power levels were excellent. And Dennis, I had a full copy on you as well.
Well, again, he's in Murfreesboro, so he's not too far from you.
Yeah, the neighbor, pretty much.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Kevin?
No, sir. Appreciate it. K4 KCS.
Very good. That's Kevin. He's in Alma, south of us, west of. So that's west of Murfreesboro, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, very good. And by the way, Lee, he was copying you on both low and high power. On high power, were you copying on low power? Do you know?
Yeah, it was scratchy there, but I was able to have a full copy on them.
Full copy on low power on 5 watts. Great. Anyway, Kevin, Murfreesboro, Kilo 4 Kilo Foxtrot Sierra. Who else is south? Over the east. Well, that's a loud number. I've got so many I can't even count them. Anybody from the east, please come down.
KK4WU, Romeo India Papa, Michael 11.
Okay. What was your call again there, Michael? I got befuddled there. What was it?
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Oh, yes. I got it when the numbers all transposed in my head here. Hold on, Michael. I had Bill, KK4WU in there. Got to get him. He's outranks you, actually. What's up, Bill?
Not much. Some excitement this morning. 10 meters opened up real hot.
I heard about that. 10 meters had several good opportunities in the past 10 days.
Yeah, I had Lebanon, and not the city of Lebanon, the country, and I had 2 of them from Lebanon.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. So, which mode were you in?
I was in voice phone for the Lebanon runs, and I started out with FT8, and I noticed 10 meters was pretty hot. And then Tom contacted me and says he just got on the repeater and said, "Hey, 10's opened up." I went to voice, and man, oh man, it was.
Yeah, that's what's bad about if you hang around always on like FT8, the digital modes like that. You never realize that it's really wide open for voice.
I should have been suspicious because I was getting a lot of, Russia, which that one surprised me. Croatia, and a lot of those countries, and I thought, man, that should be the clue. I should have gone on the phone and checked it out.
Yeah, no, I know. You live and learn. I don't know. I haven't been on 10 meters all day or yesterday, so I don't really know. I haven't kept up with it. I've got other things going on here. But anything else from that, Bill? It's nice to have you on the air.
Nothing at all, Paul. Have a good evening. Appreciate what you do.
Very good. That's Bill, Kilo 4 Whiskey Uniform, and he is in Possum Town. That's where he is, Possum Town, which is kind of north, I think northwest 11, or is it just due north 11?
Just due north 11, 6 or 7 miles, I guess. And by the way, Lee's coming in good over here.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He's got a good antenna. It's on an elevated. His backyard is actually, the top of his backyard is almost as high. Oh, it's almost level with your second floor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very strange. It is almost level with my second.
Yeah, when you go in the back of his backyard, you have to walk up steps to get up to. If you're not used to walking up steps, you'll have a heart attack. No, it just goes up another 10 or 12 or 15 feet from the ground level up to the back of the backyard. It was nice though. It's got a good place for an antenna, and we ran some cabling back there and got it mounted in a tree, so it was hiding, and so his homeowners association wouldn't come out and fine him. I don't think they would, but Anyway, he also got up an end-fed wire also today, so he's gonna be. Nah, I'd say he's not gonna be fat, dumb, unhappy. But he's gonna be happy. Anyway, that was Bill KK4W in Possum Town. And Michael, how you doing over there in Lebanon?
I'm doing all right. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. What a beautiful day it was outside.
It was cool. So I want a good fall day, and I get a feeling they say we're going to have some frost tonight, so maybe even cool tomorrow.
As nice as it's been, I could sit outside and watch people work all day.
Yeah, last night I noticed when I opened the door to let my dog out that somebody had a fire in their fireplace. I feel there's even more tonight and the days to follow.
Yeah, they tell me there might be a frost tonight.
Like I said, since Bill just came through loud and clear, I haven't heard Lee yet because I guess maybe I didn't think it's quite as good.
Yeah, your location may be awkward for him being over there. What part of Lebanon are you in? I don't ever look.
I'm right around the corner from Snow White and right down the road from Richard, just a little ways.
Well, that would confirm the claim that there's some terrain issues between, you, Richard, and going south to Lee, because he's just about maybe a mile east of Mount Juliet Road and just a few hundred yards, maybe a quarter mile south of the interstate.
Well, that would be pretty fair as far as that goes. I know the repeater that we have over here, our 147, 105 repeater, I can reach it when I'm on my second floor, but when I'm on the first floor of my house, I can't reach it.
Ah, very good. I'm going to edit that portion of the YouTube video so I can omit the word repeater, if it's okay with you.
All right, Roger. Well, I'll turn it back to you on the net, and it's good hearing you. WA5 RIP breaking for now.
Very good. That's Michael in Lebanon, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa. Who else is east?
KG4, DXE, Chris and Royal.
I'm pretty sure you and Royal Hill can hear a Rural Hill. It's not Royal, they're Royal about Rural Hill. I'm sure you can hear Lee all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard him on low power and high power.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Chris is in Rural Hill. How far east of you are from 171?
What do you mean 71?
171, Mount Juliet Road.
Oh, okay. So basically Central Pike, and if you take that further out, I don't know where it starts to go south on a few of those roads into those subdivisions off there. So it's just a few miles south of Pike.
Okay, I just want to give a hand. But anyway, he can look you up. Did you change your location in QRZ?
I didn't, but there's basically, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I tried to log into the FCC thing, or QRZ said I had to do an update on the FCC, but then I tried to log in and couldn't update it, so I'll have to check that out.
All right, the FCC police are going to come and get you. That was Chris. He's in Rural Hill, Kilo Golf Force, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Great signal to me. Who else is east? No more east. Seth in Pleasant View. How you doing, Seth?
Pretty good. How you doing? It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while, but we enjoyed. I mean, we're here, and we like everybody to check in, but we know that everybody won't or can't check in every time for the nets because we're doing 2 a week, so that's a lot of nets.
It's kind of been a busy year. I'm trying to get back in it now, though. But, hey, how's my signal sound? I'm up down to 25 watts.
Well, you're bumping up against S8 to me with a good audio, so you're doing pretty good. With only how many? How many? You said 25 watts?
Yeah, I'm on like FTM 300. Yeah, I think that's the best setting. Yeah, that's good enough.
No, you're doing great here in Mount Juliet from Pleasant View. You're really doing a good job.
Good deal. Good talking to you. I'll try to get back in the swing of things.
Very good. That was Seth in Pleasant View. Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Alpha Juliet. I did get that call right, Seth?
You got it.
Very good. That was Seth in Pleasant View. And who else is east or north?
KG4 out of 12.
Hey, Charles, how are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty tired. Did y'all have to get together today?
Oh yeah, we did, but it got cut a little short because they brought in a tour bus. Tour buses, about 300 people showed up. Well, it was after we left. We were standing out in the parking lot talking, and like a marching band from a university showed up with 300 people.
Wow. Yeah, today's my first day. I actually got to sleep in.
Awesome. Everything going all right for you?
Yeah, I got my antenna up good now. I just got to get some paracord over a really high branch up there and hold out over against the tree. But I'm having a hard time. I spent hours trying to get the fishing line over that one limb. And, but I'll get it one of these days.
Yeah, very good. Lee, are you copying the Charles up there?
I am not. And the guy that was in Lebanon, the one that you said that had terrain issues, I could copy him. He was scratchy. I know he could copy me, but no, I can't copy that last chat.
Okay, very well. He's up in near Ashland City, so it's going to be a little tough for you. Way over in Ashland City, and that's I think you know where that is, don't you? Okay, very good. Anyway, Charles, appreciate you being there. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot, and your signal's getting better. Who else is east or yeah, east or north? Oh man, see the voice of reason. I got a great audio, not like that other stinking microphone you had.
Yeah, well, that other one. Yeah, I guess $1 was a little too cheap.
Oh no, that one really wasn't bad. It was the other one that was bad.
So the original cartridge that went bad, yeah, it sounded like I needed to get medical attention as much as I put it.
Oh yeah, no, this one's working great. No, the other one, like I said, was fine. It just didn't have that robustness that a one that cost $2 instead of $1.
Yeah. No, I recorded it on the on the computer, and I'm like, yeah, it kind of sounds almost like a mobile mic.
Yeah, no, it sounds like what somebody sells is just a flat communication mic, and it has a very narrow sound to it.
Yeah, well, that's what it's basically how it was sold. So yeah, for $1, I can't complain. At least it works. I'll look for something better later. As far as lease signal, he was about S9 on 5 and almost 10 over now, which makes sense going from 5 to 50. So he comes in no problem over here.
Yeah, he'll have he has a let's put it this way, from what I've seen so far, and I know the location where he is, so he's gonna do fine. And again, let's put it this way, it's hard to be K4PEW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, seeing the terrain, it definitely makes sense why Richard and Michael can't get them, because there is a big hill in the way. But the other thing that blows me away is how you're getting fuzzy. You have 8 S8, and I can't even barely hear them, no matter what I do. So there must be a terrain issue between me and there.
Oh, that's unreal. Because like I said, he was bumping up on the S8, and you couldn't even hear him, really?
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I had to put my filter on super narrow, and then I could kind of make out his words, but he was giving me no S units, zero.
Huh. Yeah, that's the mystery of ham radio, and how because you have got a decent antenna, you're in a decent location, you have a pretty decent elevation, and I'm doing better than you, and I'm farther away.
Yeah, but then again, on other days, the conditions were changing. Well, we're talking to Southern Illinois like they're next door, so it's crazy.
Yep, absolutely. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo Kilo. He is in northwest, probably the northwestest corner of Mount Juliet, the city of close to the Davidson County Wall of Shame. Who else is north? Yeah, go ahead, Charles.
I know you Matt repeaters a little bit, but I've been hearing ever since I got my antenna here real good. I heard a repeater ID in Champaign, Illinois, and one in Wisconsin.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, the conditions must have really, I know the conditions were good a couple of days ago. So, yeah, I'm not too surprised. But now that you got your antenna up at that elevation, you should hear a lot.
Is he
Yeah, very good, Charles. No, I don't mind. I really joke about repeaters because most of the people here on the net have used repeaters on a fairly routine basis, and I use repeaters on occasion. So it's not like I just don't monitor the repeaters like I used to because of this, what I do here. Anyway, that was Charles, KG4 Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot, with a repeater report from Champaign, Illinois. Who else is north? Hey, Roy, how are you doing? Just having a nice net, is really, and I'm so glad you showed up. Yeah, your signal is lower than normal. Did you do anything different, or you're on low power? All right, take a look, because I mean, really, it's way lower than normal. All right, we'll wait. Fine, let's have we got some traveling music here. Well, that didn't help at all. What'd you do? Go to 1 watt? Oh, you're rotating your beam around. Okay, I got you. Yeah, because it got worse. Yeah, very good. That's Roy. He's in Madison. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. How are you copying him, Lee?
I do not copy him at all.
Oh, you had it. Well, his signal was pretty low to me. It was kind of a bummed out signal. So, and plus, there's another. Yeah, again, you got to. Well, I'm sure you remember. You know this, but just the angle at which it comes into me isn't necessarily good for you. And also, you've got a barrier that I don't have for the north, and that's called the interstate's higher than your house.
Yeah, plus I'm in a tree.
Well, yeah, the tree would cause some, I guess. I don't know how much, but in the fall, we'll see when all the leaves fall over that thing. Anyway, that was Roy in the Madison Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. Who else is north? All right, to the west. Hey, man, when are you going to beef up that DMR radio wattage, man?
I don't know. Do they make an amp for one?
Yeah, they do. As a matter of fact, I believe there's one sold on either eBay or what do you call it, on Amazon.
Yeah, I think it's similar to that Bowback amp that I seen before. Now that I think about it, but yeah, I've got a ton of money already at this little HD. It's like it's a regular Anytone 878. I usually just talk to a hotspot most of the time. Like on 1 watt. I'm usually not ever using more than that most of the time. That's all I use is 1 watt. But yeah, if I were gonna beef it up out here, I think I need to go with like a beam or something, just a 2-meter beam.
I'm willing to bet that would help out a lot. I mean, really a lot. Just like maybe a 22 element beam.
How much would a 22 element beam be?
I don't know. It's not my money. I don't care.
I've never priced them. I don't know. I've seen the 3s and 5s. I never really got into looking at beams a whole lot, but yeah, I may check them out. Just one of those runs.
I think they're a couple $100 though. I mean, for a 22. But there's some nice designs. If you need some of those designs, I can send you the design pages out of the antenna book here that I have.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, because they got some what they call the cheap Yagi page in the ARRL book, and it's got some neat multi-element 4 or 5. I don't remember if they're bigger, but 4 or 5 element beams for like 2 meters and 70 centimeters, etc.
Yeah, you know what? I think I've got it. ARRL book in there. I don't know. I've some film a few times. I've seen advertising for it, but I didn't know they had like a template in there.
Oh, they have. This is the antenna book. I mean, it's specifically the ARRL antenna book, and they're pretty proud of it. If you buy it new in the in the book form, it's like $75 or something. I got it electronically, I don't know, last year for $25.
Oh, please, yeah, that's pretty helpful. I said, well, have you used anything out of it?
Ah, yeah, no, it's good. The antenna book is great. It's just that, you got to have obviously you have to have the materials and the will to do it correctly according to the design.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that. Because I've seen people do it, man, and just be like half an inch off, but it screws the whole thing up.
That's a story of my life.
Heard that.
Very good. Anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's it, buddy. I'll see y'all over on 6.
Very good. That was Joel. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is West?
KM4YRS, KM4TKF, high above Ashland City, overlooking Little Lake Township.
Very good. We've got Michael KM4YRF and Rick KN4TJF, and they're both in Ashland City. Boy, you are not readable on what do you call it, on C4FM, and you're really scratchy today on 2 meters. Are you on the beam?
No, actually, I'm on the 700.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I mean, I can hear you, and I do have some noise here, so I'm not sure it's really the noise level that's troubling me. I'm not sure what that was, but that didn't make it.
Yeah, I switched it over to the beam. I think it's turned into wind or something.
Okay, no, I can hear you. Okay, I mean, I can make it out. It's just that it's noisy and the signal's not just like it was on DMR. I mean, Fusion. I couldn't hear you at all. All righty. Anything else for the net, Michael?
Nope, had a great time at breakfast today, though.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I'm glad you and Rick were there. That was Michael, KM4YRF, and Rick, Kilo November 4 Tango, Juliet Foxtrot, Rick, and they're both in Ashland City. Who else is West?
CAW, David, and Madison.
All right, hold on one second. Kilo. Hold on, I got Jack in there, but I heard David in there first. It's Kilo. Is it Kilo 5 TAW? Is that right?
No.
Okay, I'm not going to guess anymore.
And 5.
Oh, yeah, I should know that. But again, I've only been through in the 8 years. You know how many calls I've been through, and I can keep a lot of them straight, but not all of them.
Probably been through about 30 to 40 on that.
Oh, I know it. I really don't know, man. I gave up counting the numbers. I'm guessing we've had close to, I'm going to say just roughly, maybe 500 or 600 different calls check in over the years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, it is. It is. Well, I usually remember the ones who check in all the time. So, and I pretend not to remember the ones like yourself that only check in occasionally.
I understand.
No, I guess like I said, when they go through a bunch, my mind gets a little rattled in my old age. Anyway, it was good to see you at breakfast this morning.
Repeat that last part.
I said it was good to see you at breakfast this morning.
Yeah, it was good to be there. Ate too much, but
Well, that's kind of the plan when you go to a buffet,
Yeah, just gotta eat through the pain.
Well, the only one that I know that doesn't go through the buffet is Jack.
I could just go through the cake buffet and I'd be okay.
Yeah, I managed to avoid the fudge plate today.
Unfortunately, I just.
Very good. Anything else for the net, David?
Negative, not a thing. Have a good one at 5 TAW.
Hey, were you copying Lee up there from Madison?
I don't think so.
Lee, give another shout out, please.
KQ4DH. I take that back. I can hear a bit of noise in there with him, so I'm not making out what he's saying real clearly. But yeah, I got a little bit of signal on.
Okay, very good. That's up in Madison. I think you know where that is there, Lee. And okay, very good. It was David, November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey in Madison. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was glad to see the ones at breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah. You know what you forgot last breakfast? Not yesterday's, but the last one?
What's that?
Those magazines you had.
Oh, yeah. No, man. They were in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I figured that was it. At least I got a lot to do, so I'm not crying for something to read, believe me. Anyway, everything going all right over there?
Oh yeah, everything's fine. I had Lee on low power at an S5 and on high power at an S9.
Oh, wow, that's great. Okay, that's in Donaldson, Lee.
Copy. Thank you.
Very good. That was Jack and Don. You got anything else for the net, Jack? By the way, I hope you're out there tonight covering up your plants.
Oh yeah, I've already got everything covered up and the house plants brought inside.
Awesome. Yeah, you know, I actually, when I lived in Florida, when we'd have a frost, I had not a huge banana tree, but it was about 7 or 8 feet tall. And trying to put a sheet over a banana tree is not fun.
Yeah, I put some straw over my pepper plants. I'm hoping I can save those.
Which kind of peppers you got?
Little hot peppers, little red hot peppers.
Oh yeah, well you can keep those. I like my tongue the way it is.
I like mine burnt.
Very good. That's Jack Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. He's in Donaldson. Who else is west or anywhere? Hey, very good, Greg. You all right?
Doing well. I copied me on there's this previous transmission now, whether that was low or high power.
I think you're on high power, weren't you, Lee?
Yeah, high power, and I'm receiving this chap, bit scratchy, but I got him.
Yeah, very good. And of course, I think you know where Greg is. He's just south of the Nashville airport. Anyway, yeah, yeah, you sound good, Greg. You're gonna have to make one of the breakfast one of these days. I know you can show up for work late or something.
Yeah, that or just, like I say, come in and be take hands, bring some coffee, the donut.
Yeah, no, really, it's just they don't even charge you for the buffet, as you know. I mean, if you don't have a buffet.
I wouldn't want that buffet.
You say you do or don't?
I surely will.
Well, it's a little, it's hard to avoid wanting to eat a lot.
Oh, very good. At least it's not, I'm sure there's nothing greasy or sugary.
Oh no, it's all healthy stuff, I assure you,
Absolutely, I bet, like all organic.
and low fat.
Now I don't want to sit. I talk myself out of it.
I tell you what, you'd swear the bacon when you reach down with the tongs, you can't help but pick up like 12 pieces.
When I started in ham radio, I ordered with half a dozen of them, and we hung out on Denny's on Tuesday night, and chain smoked and drank coffee and greasy burgers, followed up by this lava cakes, and most of those guys are dead.
Well, that's a good testimony.
Yeah, I was much younger than most of them, but it's true most of them have had some heart attacks.
Well, again, yeah, I was thinking about putting together a menu, a diet menu for hams who sit around all day.
Yeah, we're very good. Well, I'm gonna keep it. I'll get y'all on one of these next coming up here.
Very good. That was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else west?
KI4 WBZ.
Hello, Chris. Good to see you this morning.
Likewise. Get out amongst other like-minded hams and just been out running around doing stuff today. I guess I'll catch y'all in a couple weeks.
All right, sounds good. It was good. Like I said, it was good to see you. That's Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu. Yeah, WBZ. And he's in Hermitage, correct?
Correct. Catching on.
Yeah.
Back to net control. KI4 WBZ.
Yeah, very good. That was Chris in Hermitage, KI4 WBZ. Who else is west or anywhere? Very good, Charles. It's good to have you on the 220 net today.
Yeah, I thought you might be listening, so I just listened over and well, I could change the jumper out, but I can hear Lee. He was about S1 to 2, and Michael was also about S2 on the vertical, but when he flipped to the beam, he was like, like 20 or 30 over on me.
Oh, awesome. He'll be happy to hear that. It did help a little bit, but it's a little rough. By the way, Lee, Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. He's in West Nashville, so he's hearing you just fine. I think you heard that.
Yep, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Charles?
Another side note, I believe this 991 has a lot better receiver than my STM 100 does, because I don't know if I'd be able to hear him on it.
Yeah, I always wonder about that because if you're only operating one radio, and I've done it before, you go, man, I can hear better on some radios than others.
Yeah, and I got the swept turned off too, so I got the swept on like 4, and it's just where the swept is turned off, and everybody's coming through. I could even hear the one in Hermitage.
Oh, cool. Well, very good, Charles. I appreciate you being there, as well as on the 220 earlier, and also the TMR. And let's see, I was trying to think. You weren't on the Fusion Network.
Oh yeah, I was relaying for Michael.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Very good. Yeah, I get a little confused. This is one of those net nights. That's what it's 3, 4. There's 6 nets. If we don't do anything else. Anyway, that was Charles in Nashville, West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Anybody else west or anywhere? Okay, I'm going to move on to the sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, and we're going to throw in the preppers. Were you just waiting for that? Waiting for that announcement, were you?
Wait, I've been trying to work the crossband repeater again, and it sounds like I finally got it working now.
The crossband. Which one was that? Oh, the crossband repeat on your radio. Yeah.
So the mobile says that I'm in the living room now on my AC, so it's working well. I had to find the right 7 centimeters.
Right. What is it? I think I wrote down your call wrong again. It's Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo what? Hey, Chris, what's your full call again, please?
Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango.
Oh, that's right. I messed up the Tango. I had it down for some reason. I put down Quebec. Anyway, no, you sound good. It's the crossband repeat is handy, isn't it?
Yeah, now that I got it running, it's great.
Yeah, is that TMV 71 or is that a different radio?
I got an FTM 300.
Oh yeah, that's a nice radio, really nice.
I don't have much to compare it to. My first mobile station, so it's pretty good. And also, my Lee report is quite good. I hear it on 5 and 50. I'm over here in the Louisville area also.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Chris?
No, sir. Thanks a lot for running it. Glad to see the Lee's getting taken care of. I heard him when he first started transmitting around here when he had the last call sign that was messing everybody up for the first couple weeks.
Well, it just goes to show him that Tennessee hams are easily confused.
No, I have nothing else. 73, thanks for running the net.
Yeah, anytime I hear somebody throw in a slash, my brain goes into this nosedive. Anyway, there was Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango Chris, and he's also in Rural Hill, and that's east of Mount Juliet Road and south of the interstate in some undisclosed location. Who else is it? Of course, you can look it up. Anybody else falls into that sandbagger role? Well, I congratulate everybody who checked in. We had 29 tonight, which is a nice, bigger than, I don't know what our average is over 8 years, but it's somewhere around 25 to 30, I think, and we've had as many as 50 something, but 29 is great. Whoever shows up is good. It's a really, really nice night, and we have pretty good propagation, and I'm pretty sure that information might be somewhat of help to you, Lee.
It was awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for reporting in. I can now safely go to bed. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. No, and it's a nice, comforting. It actually is, and you're probably noted right now. It's very, let's say comforting. I'm not sure that's the right word. It's not like you got money in the bank, but the having a station that you can hear reasonably well, that gets out reasonably well, and you put the time and effort into it, and it means something. It's just it means you can be in the hobby in a much better way. Anyway, I appreciate what you've done so far. Really great. Okay, well, I'm going to move over, unless I hear somebody complain, over to 144.240. So complain now. No complaints. I'm moving over to 144.240 upper sideband. We'll see you there momentarily. All right, this is K4PW, Mount Juliet Simplex Net. It's a little noisy, at least I think it is. I got my headphones on, so we need check-ins from the south. Please come now. Nobody from the south? Say again, please. Oh, I think I heard Tony in the KF4, KFQ. I did hear Tony in there, right, Tony? Well, I did hear him in there. I got Tony in there, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Really something noisy tonight. Who else is south? South or east?
KG4 CXE, Chris in Royal.
Do you have the same noise issue that I'm hearing?
I did have some bad noise on here earlier. It was horrible, but it's actually different and actually gone down, so I don't know.
Well, now it just went away after you talked, so you're the magic voice here.
Hey, whatever works.
All right, that's Chris, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Tony, you still there? I lost Tony. Well, not lost. He's just not there. Who else is south? Anybody south or east? South or east? South, east, or north? I think I heard Frank, and was that you, Frank?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
Yeah, very good. Are you copying any of this to anybody besides me?
No. Just first person. All right.
Okay, yeah, Tony was in there earlier, but man, he was only in there momentarily. There was something amiss. All right, very good. I got Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Good signal to me, but that's usually pretty easy. Who else is east or north? Nobody east or north? East, north, or west?
KN4 TKF.
All right, hang on. I had several in there at Kilo Mike for November. Romeo. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yankee Romeo Foxtrot and Kilo November for Tango Juliet Foxtrot. That's Mike and Rick in Ashland City. I also heard KI4WBZ. I heard Chris. He's had a good signal there out of Hermitage. And I think those were the ones. Well, who else was in there besides Michael, Rick, and Chris? You mean W5TAW?
Whatever.
Yeah, I got you. That's November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. That's David, Easy, and Madison. Anybody else north?
KG4 ILV, but I'm west.
That's all right. Yeah, I think we're probably almost wrapping it up here, rounding the compass here. How are you copying stations tonight? There, I think of it, Jack.
I've heard everybody but one.
Oh, cool. Very good. Yeah, your side signal sounds really good to me tonight. That's Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack, Ian Donaldson. Who else is anywhere really, including West? I did get you early, but you seemed to drop out. What happened?
I don't know, just dialing around.
All right, very good. Who else is that? Was Tony, KF4, KFQ, for those who didn't hear him earlier. Who else is in there? Very good. KC4TNQ. That's Charles in Nashville. Had a good signal, by the way. Good Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is any place anywhere? Is anybody copying anybody? I can't hear. Well, that was a pretty good night, really. But it'd have 10 here on upper sideband. Not everybody has an upper sideband rig. So one more chance before we move over to 6 meters. Anybody out there? All righty. That was a 10 on 2 meter upper sideband, and we're moving over to what do you call it? 6 meters upper sideband. 50. That's 50.135. We'll see you there momentarily. K4P.
Good night, Jack.
Was that Jack saying good night, Jack?
Yeah, I was saying good night to Jack, but he didn't hear me, I don't think.
He's probably over there. Hey, would you mind going on FM and doing the other one? Telling them?
Sure.
All right, it's Kilo for Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 50.135. Looking for check-ins on from the, where was I? From the south, please come in. South or east? Southeast or north? All right, boy, you're really low tonight too. This is bad conditions, Frank. Yeah, very good. Boy, I hope the others get better than this. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo, Kilo. Who else is north or west? All right, I heard several in there. KO4OTV, Joel and Joelton, and well, over in that general vicinity. I heard Chris, Kilo India 4, Whiskey Bravo Zulu in Hermitage. So you sound pretty good, Chris. I can very low, bad, not too good at conditions so that I can hear you all, but it's relatively low audio, low signals as well. Not very good conditions. Who else was in there from West? Man, I would expect you to be strong, but you're very low tonight there, Jack. How about me? Man, I'm going to be getting this antenna up higher, so I expect it to get better, but tonight is horrible. Yeah, very good. Is there anybody else out there besides Jack and what I've already counted in here? Ah, that's not that too shabby a signal. Which antenna are you using there, Charles? Oh, I got you. I know you sound pretty good though. I can hear you just fine. It's not a big signal, not a big audio, but it's very clear. Yeah, very good. That's Charles in West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere, north, south, east, or west? Anybody, any place? Last chance, or maybe second to the last chance. Maybe this is the third last chance. All righty, we had a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 check-ins. Anybody else before we close the net? Very good. K4PW closing it. Have a good one.